Perfect. So now we'll just start. I'll take this away because it's too much. I feel like I don't like when it's too much. I'll also need to take this away. This is just 1 minute markups following the trade. But this is actually a quote, so it's really good that we had the patience to hold it overnight, just because you can see all the price action which came out of it, and that's really good. Like, the quote I follow is cut the losses and let the winners run. So like, it didn't take our stop loss, so then don't do anything with the trade. Don't move up your stop loss if it's unnecessary, and like, think logically, okay? Don't think of with emotions. Think with your brain. So instead of wait, excuse me for one moment. Now I'm not gonna be interrupted anymore. I'm really sorry for the interruptions. Just needed to fix something. So I'll talk about all of the different PD rays which I had, targeting and everything. But we can just start with the sort of consolidation around here. So first off, going into the major time frames. So if we just go into the weekly, like we have talked about the overall bias and the draw liquidity which I had. And this was my draw liquidity for the week, which we talked about in the trade recap, or not trade recap, or in the overall bias. I'm really sorry, I'm actually really tired, but you can see here we have this weekly, and this is a large CB with this buy side combined, and this buy side matches up pretty much with 25% mark of that CB, or fair value gap. But going into the daily time frame, you can also see that the Siri always starts when I'm doing this. I've always said it. It's really strange. For real. Like, Apple is spying on me, for real. So you can see overall, the daily is also bullish with this change of character market, macro market structure shift. This breakout structure and this breakout structure and also this breakout structure, and we had breakout structures also here. So I was just thinking that we would get a breakout structure here, like I talked about yesterday. So overall, I thought we would just retrace, and we got into a deep discount. You can see here from that, like a deep daily discount. So we went down, and a lot of traders got like caught in this whole mess, and then we went up, and like, this was exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, always have to be actually on the high time frame. So don't look at the smaller time frames, then you just get blockaded. Always be on the high time frames, and always look at the high time frame PD rays. Where does price want to go, simply? And of course, to learn this the best, of course, go to ICT, the Inner Circuit Trader on YouTube. Because over there you can, it's where I have learned everything. You can see we went into a deep discount right here. And then we continued up. You can see that this small busy, and also this order block. You can also say this order block, this big thing. But yeah, it went up into, like, this was a discount, and the market continued up. I was thinking that we would get the breakout structure right here, which we got. We'll see if it closes a breakout structure, and then we'll just hold it, and then it will certainly go up into this drawn liquidity, or that's. Like, all of this is prediction, so the market could just reverse, go down, and continue down. I'll also talk about what the DXY have done, just because the DXY is really important, and I used it really much. But you can think of it, the DXY, as a reversed EU. So when it goes down, EU goes up. It's a bit different with all the PD rays and with the discount and premiums, and we actually reached the weekly drawn liquidity today, and I took a partial. I sent it out on the, and everything is, you can look it up. I sent everything in the trades I take, and I sent alerts for everything I say right now. So I took a partial when the DXY also moved into the weekly drawn liquidity which I had. But yeah, you can see also the 4 hour was bullish going into this trade. So you can see here we were bullish, and we also made, like, this was a high time frame liquidity sweep. You can see this sweep right here. So the market went up. This was a new day opening gap from here to here. Went down, filled this new day opening gap. Okay, listen. Filled this new day opening gap. Took out sell side. Went into an 4 hour discount. You can see here. Continued up. But yeah, you can see we went into a discount right here after taking out a high time frame 4 hour liquidity sweep. You can see then we moved up, then went down really far, and actually we reacted with a PDA right here. Continued up, made this breaker structure, and I'm thinking that we will actually continue up just because all the major time frames is bullish. So we'll just continue up, so we can just manage the trade, take it chill, and just move up the stop loss a bit, and then just trail the stop loss and take I can't take any partials, so I'll just hold it until it hits a stop loss which I have trailed. So we'll see. Right now I have it on the take profit 3. You can see it. I sent it in the trades I take, like everything I say right now. I have proof that I sent it in real time. So just go back. I think you all know already, because I think you all were in the trade. Hopefully you were, because it was a really good trade. It was an STA setup, which is really, I love the setup, and it's really like, it really matches my personality. And excuse me, like, for my dogs, like, for real. I also hate when they destroying these talks, but like, yeah, they're dogs, so excuse them. But you can see also here the liquidity sweep which I talked about on the 4 hour. I'll also go into in-depth talk about it on the DXY, because the DXY also swept the low right here, and I'll also talk about why this was a liquidity sweep, and also time-based liquidity sweep. And this is just because it was the previous, or it was the daily low that got swept, and then we moved up. Like I said, like, and that's really good. Like, it was a high time frame, a time-based liquidity sweep, which is just so much confluence, and it was also in a discount. So everything was perfect with this trade. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. You can also see that we reacted with this algorithmic order block right here. Price continued up. That was the PDA which I talked about. And you can also see that we moved actually into like, the market goes pretty much into deep discounts right now. So I think it's just because it's December. Like, the market changes somewhat. But yeah, you can see here we moved into this. You can also say we moved into this fair value gap right here. And the market also did not want to continue take it in this sell side, just because this was a high liquidity resistance run. So that just means that it has a really hard time going through this consolidation. Like, okay, listen to this. If we leave a consolidation, and we have not made a power 3, okay, so we leave a consolidation and have not made a power 3, okay, it leaves it with displacement, and then often it will come down and touch the consolidation. Okay, it will not go through it because it is too much liquidity for the market. Of course it can, but that's just in pretty, like, if you think of it as in a probable sense, the market often just touches the consolidation just because there is so much liquidity. So it can just touch it and then just skyrocket, just because in this small sort of consolidation, and I'll talk about the consolidation. I don't really know why it happened. The price action is not really good, and of course, if you have any questions, just leave them. But the price action is not really that good. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. And it just needed to take some sell side from this and then continue with the buy side delivery. So I'll just fix this a bit. Now some people are joining. Really nice. Really nice seeing y'all. So if we just go into And yeah, you can also argue that we are bearish on the 1 hour time frame, but like if you remember, the 4 hour was also bearish with this breaker structure right here, or bullish. I'm really sorry. So going into the 50 minutes, and this was sort of a swing trade, but it was a really good swing trade. Like we called the best entry, and I'll talk about the entry also. I used a new actually entry model. This was not sort of the perfect entry which I was hoping for, and okay, bam. What did I say? So you could have re-entered right here. So it reacted with this breaker block, which I talked about. I sent everything in the Discord at the moment. You can go and check it in trades I take. So this is for real, kosa. Like look at this, for real. Just look at it. This is the breaker. I'll talk about. You cannot see the breaker right now. I'll go into a smaller time frame and you see the breaker. But see, it traded down into the breaker and also into the 1 hour order block, and then bam, continued up. Like I said, so you could have had an entry right here and also an entry right here. So, like this is also a continuation of the trade, and this is the whole STA setup. You have a time-based liquidity sweep, you have the re-entry, and you also have the breaker block right here. And this is sort of take profit. I can delete them right now, but no, we can have them while we talk. So going into the 5 minutes, yeah, really much happened here. So I need to delete all of this. This is a mess. I think this was on the 1 minute then. So maybe if we go into the 1 minute, it's much better looking at it this way. So I don't really know what this is. Yeah, this is the... Okay, now I understand. So, going into the 5 minutes again. Like, this was really unclear, for real. So, I don't really know what this is. I think I moved this. I think this should be in somewhere else. And maybe I've moved this as well. Wait, how has this moved? Wait. I just need to think. Wait, if I just go into the 1 minute, maybe I took the entry on the 1 minute and I deleted everything right now. We'll see. Yeah, that's it. Maybe this is wrong, but you could also have enter right here. That's not. But I think I entered somewhere here. But I don't remember off of what, because on the 5 minutes there is no fair value gap, right? Yeah, there is this one, but is this in a premium? Market structure shift, we had this. I'm really sorry. So maybe I need to go back. I actually totally forgot. I'm really sorry. So I need to go back and in the trades I take see, because I remember a small fair value gap which we entered on, but I can't see it right now. So now I'm back. I'm just need to look at what I entered on. So maybe it was this. But I remember that we entered on a perfect entry. Alright. I just need to find it. This price icon. Yeah, you can go back and see it for yourself. Because it should be actually. Yeah, this is really strange. Okay, I'm really sorry. Where is the entry for real? I think I moved some things. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay. If you can find the entry, please screen share. Because I like totally forget. And I think my internet is good actually right now. Tell me if my internet is good. I'm really sorry, but okay, we'll stick to the best entry, but this wasn't actually not the entry we took. And this is just because I don't remember, because I entered off of a wiki, also an ICT wiki theory. So, okay, good. Thank you for telling me. Sorry for all the interruptions. For real, I don't know why my dogs is really that annoying today. Like, it's, yeah, I hope it's no problem. But like, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, maybe it was this. Okay, listen to me. Hopefully everyone is listening, and hopefully you're not annoyed by me today. Like, my dogs is really annoying today. I have no idea why. But yeah, we'll just continue. So you can see this fair value gap. Maybe we entered right here. I don't remember. We entering right here. I thought we entered somewhere in discounts. But and so also on a week, like we had a fair value gap. Maybe it was somewhere here. So if you find it, please send it to me. Yeah, yeah. But where's the fair value gap now? For it is gone. I have no idea. Yeah, for real. Do you all remember fair value gap? Like we had a fair value gap for real. No, I have looked at in the 1 minute there is no fair value gap, and this is really strange. Like we had a fair value gap. It's really strange. For real. Like you see, we have no fair value gap. This is really strange. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, maybe it was. Yeah, you're saying we entered maybe on this fair value gap then. This. All right, but we'll stick to this fair value gap just because it's much better. Also, but remember, okay, this was not. This would have been the perfect entry, and I think we didn't enter on the sort of perfect entry. I think, yeah, I don't really remember where we entered right now. Maybe it was here, but yeah. Okay, I'll just continue. So you can see here, starting off, we got the market structure shift right here after a big liquidity sweep on the 4-hour time-based liquidity sweep. You can see it's the Asia session low and also the daily low, the day we are trading on, the Monday low. So you can see after that I was waiting for displacement. We got displacement, we traded down, got even more displacement, we made a market structure shift, and I remember seeing more fair values. Maybe I was tired, maybe I'm free because I don't remember. But yeah, you can also see on the 1 minute, going into the 1 minute, yeah, like I am clueless. You can see here's the 5 minute market structure shift. We traded down, traded up again. Here's an balanced price range actually, with this CB and this BC, and I entered right here on this BC, or on this balanced price range, whatever you want to call it. Traded up, consolidated, really consolidated for real. And this is a fair value gap in, or a balanced price range in discounts. So you can see here will be the perfect entry. I don't think we took this. I think we entered somewhere here. And I don't really, yeah, I remember we are entering off of a wick, or off of a wick combined with a fair value gap. So it's really strange. But yeah, otherwise we just traded up. This was my first take profit. And if you go, and I think we entered somewhere here. I don't remember, but it should be a 1 to 2. Okay, then maybe we entered somewhere here. So maybe we entered somewhere here, because we didn't get stopped out, which was actually good, but it was a 1 to 2. So maybe somewhere here we entered. I remember this was a 1 to 2. So wait, I can actually do this because I had my stop loss like this. and then this was a perfect 1 to 2. So here we should have entered. And I'm not going to talk about the entry, but like this makes me sort of irritated, just because I remember us entering off of a small fair value gap combined with wick. So yeah, this was the first take profit. We smashed the first take profit. I took only out 0.25%, but I said to y'all, and I'll stick to this perfect entry. Or do you want? You can decide. Do you want me to? Oh, maybe I just entered in EQ. Maybe I was just tired. But do you want me to stick to the best entry, or the entry we should have done, or do you think we should have stick to this? So I'll show you that we are actually in a 1 to 20, or we were actually in a 1 to 20 trade. So I'll stick to this then. And then we traded up, traded up, and I'll make this the 5 minutes just because. Otherwise we'll, and this is the new day opening gap, so you can see here, this is the, this should be the open of it, and this should be the open of this candle, but this should actually be the close of it. I'm really sorry. Then we reacted, we consolidated around the first, the new day opening gap, sort of close, and then we consolidated about the, we consolidated right here. Then we moved up, took the first take profit, continued up, continued up. Then we reacted with this fair value gap right here. You can see, continued up. Also went into an order block, you can see, and then we continued up, consolidated around the Asia session. I said we hold overnight, and it took actually the take profit too, right here. And then we got back into the consolidation area right here. You can also call it the breaker block. I'll show you the sort of breaker. You can see it right here. Wait, I'll just delete this, or should I just make it smaller so I can really move around with the mouse? It makes me pretty annoyed. So you can see here, reacted off of this, and also traded into the consolidation or high resistance liquidity run. Again, now it moved again. Like, this is why I hate having a trade overnight, just because the thing gets too long. So we continued up, and here some people panicked. Some people wrote to me actually that, why are you holding the trade? And I said just to them that it was a good thing that the Asia session wasn't bullish and instead were bearish. And I said that we were actually going to trade into the order block or breaker block, and also retest the consolidation, and that's why I left the stop loss at break even. Then we trade up. Price action was really bad today, so we just consolidated around here, then continued up once again, continued up, and I think I took a, and it actually also took the profit 3 with this breaker structure, and then I took a partial right here. And then I didn't actually take a partial right here, but you could have, but I didn't send it. So, and I'm still holding it. I'm still actively holding it, but I'll just take this away, and I'll delete all of this later when we have also talked about the DXY. So, because this makes me sort of, all these annotations make me sort of, like, it makes my head not that clear. So I can see the things happening in price, just because I'm only looking at this, which just makes me annoyed with the colors and everything. So yeah, I'm still holding it. I'm waiting for it to come up here. We'll see if it comes here, but we have really much profit secured with the third take profit right now as my stop loss. So I've moved my stop loss up here, and I've sent everything to the trades I take. Then like I'm thinking that we will continue up higher time frame. Like you see this small moves right here. So like traders could be trading this small moves. Yeah, I'm just actively holding it 0.1%, waiting to see what happens. But yeah, let's go into the DXY. Much better actually. So yeah, this is much more clean. So you can see right here, I'll just do this, do this, do this. And of course we can just check if it was a 1 to 20 trade, like I said. Even if we had the thing a little bit moved. Maybe it was not 1 to 16. So still a good trade. Still a really good trade. And of course I'm thinking that we would actually hold up on here until here. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. And this would be a 1 to 30 trade. So pretty nice. I'll delete this now. Now I can just do this. Yeah, that makes me so happy. Makes me so relieved. Now I can see price again. Now you can actually see how bad it was and how good it was that we took the trade. But now you can also see much clearer the STA setup with this time-based quarter sweep. We have the market structure shift right here. Trade into a fair value gap in a discount. Made a breaker block. Reacted with the breaker block. Continued up. And compared to the DXY, we had here was the new day opening gap right here. Or yeah, no, I'm really sorry. So you can see here I had a long right here. I don't know why I have not deleted it. So here you can see, I think this was a breaker structure, maybe a market structure shift to the downside, maybe a 4-hour market structure shift. We'll see. Yes, it was a 4-hour market structure shift. So I wanted to see price continue down, and that just makes the EU continue up. So you can see that the daily, the week, the daily, the 4-hour, everything, and also the 1-hour actually was bearish, but the 1-hour was not bearish on EU, which was an extra confidence. And of course, if you need me to explain anything else more in depth, you can just ask me. So this was what I didn't like. Like I wanted price to, because it swept the daily low and also the Asia session low at the same time. You can see that it didn't actually do it on the DXY, which is really like, for it to be the very best, I wanted price to come up even higher and sweep this and then come down, because now we didn't have sort of the same correlation. But you can think of it this way, like the EU was much more bearish at the moment, just because we had the 1-hour bearish, while everything was while everything sorta was bearish, even the 1-hour on the DXY, and that just caused it to sweep this high instead of that high. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you need me to explain much more in depth, I can do that. And then we consolidated just because of the bad price action, and also just because like it was pretty late of the day, in the day. And then you can see here's also an example that we are actually mega bearish on the DXY, and that's why I think we're going to continue down, and also the EU will continue up. And that's just because we didn't even come up into the consolidation once again and retest the consolidation while we did it on the EU pair. So, and instead we reacted off of high time frame fair value gap, and you can maybe also an order block. We'll see later. But yeah, it consolidated really much. Like in here, it was. I'm really amazed that we managed to take even one trade. in in this and catch a sort of good trade, but like we just follow the rules. It could have been even better if I just had a much clearer mind. Like maybe I need to sleep some more. Maybe we'll see. Just because like I have no idea how, like what I thought now when I think about back about it, because we could have gotten such a better entry off of in the like fair value gap, which I didn't even see, and like yeah. This is crazy, Kosa. For real, I need to sleep more. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep 8 hours tonight. Okay, don't be worried. This is crazy, man. So you can see we made also a gap lower, and then we made a new day opening gap, consolidated around it, around the 50% mark right here, and this top of it, I'll call this the 100% of it. This is the 0%. This is the 50, 75%, and 25%. Hopefully that makes sense. You can also see we consolidated around here as well. So pushed up, pushed down, took out a relatively equal highs, came down, continue down, continue down, continue down. Use this as an inverse fair value gap. So now we will just continue down. So yeah, this is really crazy. You can see it really it actually created equal highs. So I'm not like, there is a possibility that we will take out this and then maybe wreck with the 50% mark of this inverse fair value gap right now, and then continue down. Yep. So that's maybe my thoughts. That would be actually good. I think we can also check the news. But yeah, there is not much talking. There is not much to talk about when it comes to the price action today. You can see none of the strategies played out, just because you can see not an STA setup played out. We didn't have any sweeps right here. We just have a price chopping downwards. I have like, this is crazy price action. Yep, I'll explain it. So, and then we continued up. You see nothing much happened, just consolidating, and yeah, like on the 5 minute this doesn't look nice. On the DXY looks much better, like, but you can't trade the DXY. But like, yeah, compared to EU looks pretty messy. So like, yeah, maybe I'll go to sleep, but yeah, I'm maybe going to go to sleep. That way I'll maybe be better tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all for listening in, and thank you all. Hopefully I did a good job.